What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an AVCT, statistical and raw price action thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them can join our cab. So that is a trading community. Description will have the links below, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about a couple things, you guys. I've noticed, actually, me and a couple of members of the ARCab trading community in Discord have noticed that there are impersonators for ARCa now, you guys. So please know that I will not message you first. I will never ask you to buy or sell any asset since I am not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do say within these videos as a form of entertainment and do your own DD and we'll be okay, right? So yeah, you guys, there are impersonators out there, and just know that I will not message you first, okay? So with that said, let's begin. For those of you who don't speak English or are having trouble understanding me, because I do tend to speak a little fast and stutter a lot, click on this area here, subtitles, and if it's not enabled, select English and go right back into it and select auto translate for you to be able to select a variety of different languages, you guys. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that, you know, to get that out of the way. So let's flip the script right over here and see what we got going for AVCT's price action, you guys. We're looking at the 8-hour chart right over here, you guys. We are still not confirmed below this channel, you guys. This candle right over here is actually still holding on with a thread. We want to be able to see a closure of a candle below the channel so that we can be able to confirm a continuation to the downside. As you can see, the exponential moving average 7-day period and the 10-day period simple moving average have been, in a sense, a guide for the price action on the way down, you guys. So we are getting dangerously close to that zero fib that we talked about in a few other sessions for a potential test right over here, you guys. But do not rely on that just yet. We definitely got rugged by the FOMC today, so this is definitely reminiscent in what's, I'm sorry, it's definitely in accordance with what they're talking about and with the rate hike, you guys. So we did face a sell-off in most of the markets. Let's move on to the next chart and see what we got. Okay, you guys. So yeah, we're within a smaller descending channel within this larger structure descending channel. Now, both channels are bullish formations. They indicate a potential shift in trend, particularly to the upside. Now, as you can see right over here, we actually touched and are using now the 3-6-1-8 inverse fib ratio. This is the golden ratio, you guys. So this is this could potentially face or have us face some downside. If we are able to recover, we could potentially see a test of the 7-day exponential moving average or the 10-day exponential moving average within, you know, this is the 2-hour chart right over here. So that we can continue testing this falling wedge support, you guys. We're still a ways away from potentially closing this wedge. They usually these triangles usually tend to realize when they're about 70 to 75% complete. Whoa, sorry guys, a lot of water there. So yeah, we're still a ways away from being able to reach that percentile, you guys. We're with, let's see, we're within probably the 60%, 65%. We still have some more to go. And then as we get closer to, as we approach the apex, we'll be able to then start using some sort of a technical support like this right over here and for a continuation onto the upside and test our resistance or breakout. So now let's move on to the statistical side of what's happening right here, you guys. This is actually what I really want to talk to you about. Very interesting things here for AVCT. In actually a larger term time frame. This is the bi-daily chart that we're looking at, and we are also looking at volatility right over here. For the new listeners, please listen up. This is volatility represented by this indicator BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral. So only because we're at these expansive critical highs of above the 90 percentile, which is indicated by this red line right over here, if we start a contraction phase, that doesn't necessarily mean that the price action is going to continue on to the upside. And inversely as well, only because we're down here doesn't mean that we're going to start moving on to the upside, you guys. So what I have done is pair the volatility with a momentum indicator, and this being stochastic momentum. It's very much like an RSI. This will give us a direction bias. So what I have noticed is that the RSI. What I have noticed is that the momentum oscillator has guessed the direction bias. I actually have the results right over here. Has guessed the direction bias at an average of about 83.33% of the time, you guys. So out of these 12 iterations where we've expanded into critical highs and have then retraced, I have marked every single iteration alongside the stochastic momentum, so that I can be able to create an averaged mean for targets for us to look at. And in doing so, I noticed that the stochastic momentum has an 83.33% hit rate. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect, you guys. It's not perfect. So what we're looking at right now, you guys, is all these red bars are indicating a 2-day period. So 2-day, 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 every single one. We've been in this critical high for some time now. And let's just get a little bit closer just so you can see what's going on right here. It looks like we are potentially starting our contraction phase right now, which is a very good thing. The longer that that the volatility stays up in these critical highs or the inverse critical lows, the indicator is telling us that a strong amount of volatility is on its way. So and now what I have noticed as well, something very curious here, you guys, is within the stochastic, within the momentum oscillator itself. Let me just do this right over here. Is you can see that we have some type of regression, trendline regression rejection type of situation happening right here. And if we were to retrace from these lows, you can see that this was the last time that we did it, and this was in May 2020. So just a couple years ago, we retraced from exactly this point and moved on to the upside. So now, you guys, we have officially reached a multi-year low. This is the lowest that AVCT has ever been in the oversold percentile. This is very similar to an RSI. So we are all the way down to the 1.53%. So this is really low, you guys. So let's just take a look at what happened right over here. So let's minimize this just a bit and see what happened. Okay, so now if you can take a look at price action, it is this move right over here. And you can see that when we reversed from that area, we faced a 265% move to the upside, you guys. So we are now within that realm. And in fact, we are at historical lows. So we have never touched that. So if this is where it retraced to, and we face a 265% move to the upside, this would technically fall right at our resistance of the trend line regression rejection that we're looking at right over here, you guys. So it is very curious that we're touching these levels. I am, to be honest, I am expecting a pretty large move for AVCT in the coming days or session. I'm not sure. It's good that we finally got clarity within the FOMC minutes, you guys. So applying that 260% move to the upside puts us at a curious zone. It puts us to clear the golden ratio, 1.618, and it gives us a range now. So this range of support, you can see that we've used it. It's very, very much a desired target. From the iterations, you guys, this is another thing that is very curious. From every single iteration I've measured, 12 out of 12 are correct. I usually never get a 100% read, and my discretionary side is like, no way, that's not possible. So within the upside accuracy being 100% correct thus far, this can always change, you guys. This can actually, this iteration that we're on right now could be the failing side of it, but it doesn't look likely. We're really oversold right here, you guys. So, and also just to mention real quick, you guys, only because we're at oversold percentile doesn't mean that we can't oversell more. These indicators are averaged, and the indicators are also lagged. So there's a delay on them, and I mean, we could continue overselling forever. You know, and likewise to the, I'm sorry, and inversely to the upside as well, we can be overbought forever as well. I mean, look at the broader markets. Look at the SPY. It's been oversold for I don't know how long, and then we finally got a bear market rally, and yeah, you guys. So it's just know that, okay? Don't fall into those fallacies that only because we're there at a low percentile we're gonna do it. It's just we got to trust the data. So the back test came back with these results, you guys. We have an averaged upside accuracy of 100%. We have an averaged upside thrust based on this 100% accuracy of 58.53% over the span of about just over 32 and a quarter days. This is proof of work. The 50% incline, you guys. So if we were to apply it from the current position right now, let's just see what that gets us. So actually, we'll do it from the range low. So we'll do 58.53%, and let's see what that gives us, you guys. 58. This would probably be, all right, this is close enough, you guys. So it puts us at a pretty good level right now. And what I mean by that is that in the larger time frame fib retracement, we can clear the not 236 so that we can use as support for a continuation to the upside, you guys. And let's just go ahead and make a smaller fib retracement based on 4 days ago and today's low for that range, just to see where we can go. Let's see. Here we go. And the 53, look at that, you guys. So the 58% is actually putting us right in between the golden ratio of 2.618 and the 2.272. So this is very likely to happen, you guys, within this area. We can see a rejection at the 2.618, or even a jump up to the what is that? The 3.272, the 3.272, and then using our 2.618 as a form of support before a continuation onto the upside, you guys. So things are looking pretty good for AVCT. Now, this is not just yet confirmed, you guys, but we are looking at two drives of bullish divergence right now. So this is definitely a good thing as well. Let's look at an immediate short term so that we can get a bias and direction, you guys. We are still looking at a potential sideways trading here. We are within the grips of the bear strength percentile, you guys. So this is the bearish control zone, and this upper half is the bullish control zone. The inner halves are the weakness percentile of either side, and the outer zones are the strength percentile. So this is the bear strength. Let's go to the bi-hourly to see what we got, you guys. So the bi-hourly is extremely oversold and suggesting a continuation to the downside. But as you can see very carefully, the pivot is actually starting the curve. So this is potentially good. The 4-hour RSI is also starting the curve, and we are within oversold percentile. And yeah, let's look at the larger time frames. 8-hour is suggesting a continuation to the downside. We are well within the bear strength percentile, so I would definitely give this some credit, you guys. In doing so, we could actually still confirm. We can actually still go down to about this level right here and still be in bullish divergence areas, you guys. So we already saw the 12 hours. So now the daily is suggesting a continuation on to the downside, you guys. So our downside thesis is relevant for now. We could be facing another red day for AVCT tomorrow, you guys. I would definitely practice some risk management with this, you guys. But please remember, I'm not a financial advisor, right? I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave the video, you guys. If you have any questions, please make sure to reach out to me on Discord, on Twitter. I'll leave the links in the description below. But with that said, I wish you well, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.